Thanks. New restrictions are limiting how businesses are operating throughout the state after a spike in COVID-19 cases. Reporter Margaret Cavanaugh talks to those impacted.
It's been extremely difficult for many businesses, especially restaurants.
Most of us are just getting by.
The president of the Vanguard Brew Pub and Distillery, Randy Thomas, says sales were down about 60%, but starting to inch back up. But then Governor Northam announced another round of restrictions that just went into effect.
It was a bit discouraging that we had just started getting reservations coming in and people seeing the activity increasing. And then all of a sudden, the new restrictions put a damper on that because now we're having to cancel several things.
Canceling things like events and parties. Under the new restrictions, all public and private gatherings must be limited to 25 people, down from 250 for both outdoor and indoor settings. And restaurants can't serve alcohol past 10 o'clock at night.
If you survived that first round of PPP, that really helped a lot. Most businesses that got PPP funding were able to, pay their staff and survive, and those funds are gone. And now, without a further round of funding, you start cutting everybody's, occupancy, and you restrict your revenue. Not many people can afford to do that very long.
ODU professor of economics Bob McNabb says some businesses likely won't survive.
Businesses that have just tried to hang on to make it to 2021 we are just facing another significant hurdle that some can't surmount. And so at the end of the day, when we emerge from this in mid to late 2021, the landscape in terms of restaurants, bars, hotels, etc., may look a little bit different than it did when we entered into the pandemic.
Randy says it's been frustrating for the last several months.
It just seems like there's no end in sight.
He hopes we can get a vaccine as soon as possible as we try to move out of the pandemic that has been impacting so many people and businesses. I'm Margaret Cavanaugh for News 3.
Okay, now let's do the math.